Ciao, hello Italian food friends. I'm Vincenzo from Vincenzo's Plate YouTube cooking show, and next to me I have an Italian wine expert and an importer, Aldo Di Filippo from 12 Bottle. Aldo, buonasera.
Buonasera and welcome at Italian Wine and Food Festival in Sydney.
Because we are in Australia promoting the best of Italy. Now Aldo, introduce yourself. How can you describe yourself in 3 words?
Only 3 words.
Yes.
I will say passionate, dynamic because I'm young, and Italian because I'm Italian.
I like the young version. I like the young version. Let's do a cheers to the young.
Salute.
Salute, salute.
And welcome.
Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice. What wine is? What grape is this?
Now we are in Friuli.
Oh, beautiful. Friuli Venezia
Friuli
Giulia.
Venezia Giulia. And we drinking Refosco dal Peduncolo Rosso, which
Love the name.
Refosco dal Peduncolo Rosso. It's an indigenous variety from Friuli,
Venezia Giulia.
and in particular from the Colli Orientali del Friuli.
Friuli.
And it's a very characteristic red wine, which is a little bit rustic, but also it's quite elegant.
Very
and,
elegant. Very elegant.
I love it.
Now I have a question for you, Aldo. You're very passionate about wine. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the Italian wine?
Look, as you probably know, the history of Italian wines is quite long. You know, we have a long history, probably one of the oldest. You know,
Yeah.
thousands of years from the Romans, the Greek, and there has been so much happening in the last few years that I believe that now Italian wines is probably one of the most respected or well-known wine in the world. You know,
Yeah, that was my next question I wanted to ask. How is the Italian wine seen abroad? What people think about Italian wine?
Look, from my point of view, living in Sydney for the last few years, I can say that now it has got a huge appeal. You know, like people want to drink Italian wine. They're curious to try different varieties, and they're always open to try something different. You know, just not the classic variety. You know, like classic like Pinot Grigio, Sangiovese. Something different like the one we are drinking tonight, which has been very successful today.
Now, Aldo, I want to know from you, what's the most produced wine in Italy?
Okay, from my knowledge, obviously it might be the Sangiovese, which is the most popular red wine produced in Italy, because you have different regions from Tuscany, Umbria, Abruzzo, Le Marche. You know, a lot of regions produce Sangiovese. However, nowadays the Prosecco has overtaken also champagne production. So now Prosecco produce more bottle than champagne.
This is amazing.
It's absolutely amazing.
Wow.
That just last year. So Prosecco has just experienced the best moment ever all around in the world.
We should have a glass of Prosecco after this.
After the whole day, we need a red anyway.
Oh, you're right. I've got the last question for you, Aldo. Thank you very much.
problem.
But we have lots of questions, but that's the last one. And the question is, drinking Italian wine is an experience. Doesn't matter where you're from. But what makes Italian wine so special?
I truly believe that the diversity of the variety makes the difference. So that's why it's so special, because you can have thousands of different variety from all regions, and you never get tired to try something different and experience a piece of a land, a philosophy of a producer. It's just amazing.
Because when I drink an Italian wine, when I open the bottle and I drink and I smell it, like now, I can smell the flavors of a region. Now I know it's Friuli, but I didn't know, but you can smell the difference. So it's
Definitely. It's not with making wine, with producing wine with autochthon varieties, so indigenous variety.
Yes.
We call it autochtony in Italy, and in English it's indigenous.
Indigenous.
Or typical variety. and so that gives you the flavors of something in particular, obviously a land, or rather than drinking an international variety like Cabernet Sauvignon or Sauvignon Blanc or
which is like
Chardonnay.
more commercial.
It's more about having something more international.
Thank you so much, Aldo. Thank you
pleasure.
very much for this amazing interview and for teaching us and our friend Sami.
My big pleasure.
So what can we say from...
Come and try the Italian lifestyle in Australia.
Come and try Italian in Australia.
So as you can see, Italy is also here in Australia. We'll see you in Sydney, guys, and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aldo, from 12 Bottles. Thank you. I'm coming to get some wine now.
No problem. You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hello there.
Baby.